So that was one of the more busier weeks of my life. Hello, I'm Michael with WriterSanctuary, and it's time for the weekly vlog. But before we get started, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. And before I jump into the viewer comments, if you need help with freelance writing or Textbroker or WordPress or anything else that I cover, feel free to comment on any of my videos. You can contact me on WriterSanctuary's contact form, or you can also hit me up on social media. So our first comment today comes from Will Smith, probably not the actor. That'd be cool if it was though. I typed Textbroker sucks just to see the negative side, and your video was the first to pop up. LOL. I know that doesn't necessarily match 100% of your mindset, but I giggled. Yeah, I giggled too. I think what it was though is that once you type in Textbroker, I got a lot of videos about Textbroker. And because a lot of those videos have a lot of likes and a lot of engagement, I'm going to wind up being in the top of the list for YouTube on Textbroker, because it's what I specialize in. Even though I would really like to expand a little bit more, but I'll still help the Textbroker people out. So because you typed in Textbroker sucks, Textbroker being the key word that popped it up. But yeah, it's pretty funny. When I saw that message, I was like, I giggled too, so it was funny. If you can't laugh at yourself, you cry. Our next comment comes from Michelle Adams. So shouldn't tip number 3 say never use the word it to end a sentence? LOL, just kidding. I just found your channel today. Thank you for all your information. Now this was in response to the 11 writing sample tips that I have for Textbroker for landing clients and teams. And she's right. She pointed it out that on the screen of the text that I wrote, I ended it with it. So that was a good catch on Michelle Adams' part. I had to go back and look. I'm like, well, holy shit. Yeah, I did. Hey, sometimes the best of us have a bad day. But thank you for pointing it out, Michelle. I'll endeavor to do better. Our next comment comes from Gareth H. Good vid, but let's see some proof of the benefits that being a 4-star writer brings on there. All I am seeing on Google read Textbroker reviews are reports of veritable feeding frenzy of people fighting over low pay, research-heavy work almost regardless of rating due to kids, second language English speakers, and moms with keyboards willing to accept very low pay. Now this is a comment that appears on a lot of things when it comes to content mills. It's true, content mills do pay a lot lower than if you were to go out and get a private client. The truth is that everybody's going to have a unique experience. For me, writing for Textbroker brought in enough money to pay the bills and had some money left over. And most of the time I only wrote maybe 6 hours a day. But I put in a lot of hard work and effort into making the system work for me. A lot of people that write those negative reviews maybe put in a half-assed effort and see that they're not making a ton of money, and so they just give up. I'm not saying everybody does that. But a lot of the times that I come across people that have a negative experience, most of the time it's because of a lack of effort. Now, I'm sure there's people out there that have had negative experience even though they try to make it work. Like I said, everybody's unique. But all I can really do is tell you how it's helped me as a freelance writer over the past 7 years. Well, technically 7.5. And if it wasn't for starting off on Textbroker, I wouldn't be in the position that I'm in right now. But yeah, I agree with Gareth. There's a lot of times when you're doing research for content mills and you'll see all the negative aspects of it. And there's a lot of people out there that will fight over low pay. And then you see it a lot in sites like Fiverr especially. Too many people will drop what they're worth just for the sake of getting the job. And you should never do that. You should know your value and charge accordingly. Which is why in Textbroker on direct orders, I charge quite a bit. And there's a lot of clients out there that are willing to pay it because I've demonstrated an ability. But you shouldn't shortchange yourself as a freelance writer no matter what the cost. To get a job that's paying you pennies for the sake of getting some money in really doesn't make it worth it for me. But like I said, it's all about personal experience, and all I can do is tell you how Textbroker has worked for me and how I've built a career out of it. But thank you, Gareth, for the comment, and I hope to see you around again. Our next comment comes from DIY Wedding Designs. I hope it's okay to ask Textbroker questions here. If not, let me know. I send questions to TB support, but they refer me to some blog post unrelated to my question. Anyway, if the client doesn't ask me to cite sources or use headers, can I do it anyway to make the article look better? Or is that a no-no because then they will have to take the codes back out of it if it's not going online? Do you use headers if they don't ask you to? Thank you. And yes, I always add the header codes and site links in every article I write unless the client specifically asks for no HTML. Now you'll have some clients who will send back a revision asking please remove the HTML out of it, at which point it only takes you maybe 5 minutes. But I always err on the side that they're going to just copy and paste it into their blog, so I'll go ahead and add all the HTML to it. And I've only had to remove the code out of maybe a handful of orders out of the past 5,500 that I've done on Textbroker. So it doesn't happen all that often, but when it does, it doesn't take very long for you to fix it and send back the revision. Just make a note of what client wants the HTML and which ones don't. For example, I'm on a team that requires absolutely no HTML, so I can't put any links in it at all, but the team says no HTML right in there in the description. So I always link to sources and add the header code. Next comment comes from Himakbaum. Really great advice. It's really about being a professional, not just in your writing, but in your customer service. I really hope freelance writers are seeing your videos. There's gold in them. Thank you very much, and I completely agree. I kind of went on a little bit of a rant in that video. It was about how to keep Textbroker clients, and one of my clients has run into a bit of an issue with some of the authors on Textbroker where they just don't seem to really understand how giving a good customer experience is worth the point. I'm gonna get all worked up again and start going on another rant, but God, I hate it when writers start treating clients like crap, because then it affects all of us. You get these writers who think they're better than everybody, who will just treat a client like crap and say, well, I'll just do it this way, and it's wrong. It's just okay, need some coffee. Thank you for the comment, and I agree with you. I wish more writers would watch my videos, especially the ones where I talk about client interaction. And with my current client, I am the content marketing team lead, and so I share a lot of my videos with the writers that I manage. I don't know if any of them watch them, but I can only cross my fingers and hope. My last comment today comes from Ron Kincaid. Michael, good information in this video. This is another comment that was related to the past one about how to keep Textbroker direct order clients. And thank you very much, Ron. I try my best, and a lot of stuff that I put in these videos I practice myself or I've learned over the years. I just hate it when I come across writers who are... Anyway, so that's all the comments this week. A couple other things I wanted to bring up is that I hit my 200 subscriber mark. Kind of cool. I wasn't really expecting to have any subscribers, to be honest. I wasn't really sure just how far this would go. So I'd like to thank every one of you, and I appreciate it. All of my subscribers are the reason why I do what I do. And I love interacting with everybody who watches. So really, if you ever have a comment, or if you just want to chat or just shoot the breeze or whatever, I mean, feel free to hit me up on social media or go to WriterSanctuary.com, and I have a contact form there. So if you ever need to get in direct contact with me, that's a good place to do it. Those emails I get no matter where I am. Now when it comes to Facebook, I'm kind of lackluster on the performance there. I'm not really a big Facebook fan, but I do get my tweets quite often. So. But again, thank you to all my 200 subscribers, and here's on to another 200. And something else that was kind of cool that happened recently, I was experimenting with buymeacoffee.com. It's a donation website. It's kind of like Patreon and Ko-Fi, but buy me a coffee. And I started experimenting and adding the link to some of the videos, and I got my first donation recently, and it went directly into PayPal. So it was pretty cool that it's a system that works fairly well. And if you're interested in Buy Me a Coffee, I wrote a blog post about it today, and I'll leave a link in the description down below. But it's a really easy system to set up, and, well, it worked. I got the money almost instantly. There was no waiting for it. It's just as soon as the donation came in, it went straight to my PayPal account. So that was kind of cool, and I very much appreciate it. I don't know if you want to be mentioned on my who my donator was, but thank you very much. And, yeah, I will buy coffee with it. Yeah, actually, I'm trying to afford a Elgato cam link so I can use the Canon camera that I have here. It's much better quality for streaming and stuff, so I would love to hook it up to my computer, but I can't until I get that part, so that's what I'm saving up for. But still, technically, that donation is like the first bit of money that I've ever earned on a YouTube video, so there's that. That's very much appreciated, and I love the support, and thank you very much. So we have WordCamp Denver coming up in a couple of weeks, and I'll be going to that for my client. And I'll be doing a live stream about the WordCamp the week after that. Kind of had fun with the last live stream, so I think I'm going to make it at least once a month. So I really don't know if I have the time to do it all the time, but once a month is still doable, I think. I'll keep you posted on that. So I just wanted to share some things that happened this week, and I think that's going to do it for me today. So if you enjoyed the video, hit the like button if you want to learn more about Textbroker, freelance writing, WordPress, or anything else that I cover. Or if you want to be featured on one of these weekly videos, leave your comments in the section down below. That's going to do it for me today. I'll see you next week.